Hello my fiery friends, and welcome once again to another fiery fun stream. I hope again you're having a wonderful day wherever you are at. This is the Infernoman, and hopefully you are looking forward to having some fun with some fiery fun action here in Explorer Ranked. What exactly are we playing today? Well, I'm glad you asked. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's jump right into it and show you what exactly we're going to be playing today. So, go ahead and pull it in. All right, and where's our deck at? Oh, there I am. Awesome. All right, loading this up right now. All right, everybody. So, what exactly, as I was saying, we're going to be playing today? Well, there was a card that actually I wanted to play with, and also a deck that I've been kind of honestly missing quite a bit. So, I thought, well, we're going to jump right into it and play this deck that I've enjoyed for quite a while here. So, we're going to be bringing back the Hammertime deck, a deck version I'm calling Slash and Smash. Good morning, Dense Planet. Welcome again. Thanks again for joining us as always. Hopefully, you're having a good day wherever you're at. And then we're going to be basically focusing on trying to get this out along with a couple of other cards. So the deck, of course, is not exactly a new concept per se, but this is, of course, something that I enjoy myself quite a bit. And, of course, it's also a pretty hilarious deck when you manage to get this combo to go off. So the whole idea behind the deck is going to be simply just to get some equipment out. We're going to attach them to some of our select characters or some of our creatures here and just smash our way to victory. And that's basically it. Nothing super crazy or fancy or anything, but that's how we're going to do it. So those of you who are new to this and who haven't seen this before, we're going to explain this and break this down for you. We're going to talk about the stats of the deck real quick. We're going to go over, of course, every single card in the deck, how it works and everything. And then hopefully we'll try to get in as many games as possible in the next couple of hours to then get you through this. So starting with the stats of the deck, for those of you who are new to the channel or longtime viewers of the channel know how we do this, we have to talk about those stats as I just mentioned. So our average mana curve right now looks like it's about 1.7, so it's actually very low. We're looking at Boros colors of white and red. And then we're rocking about 12 creatures, 12 instants, 9 artifacts, and let's see, 7 enchantments, and 20 lands. So going back over here, of course. So the way it all works together is going to be simply put, we're going to just try to play with as many creatures that we can attach equipment to. The deck is, of course, a little bit different from the original version that I played. What was it now? Like about, I'm trying to remember right now. Wait, hold on. How long ago has it been now? I think it was, I don't know, maybe like a year and a half ago we played this deck. So this is, of course, going to be a little bit updated with some of the brand new cards. So starting in the 1-drop slot with some of our support here, we have Loren's Escape. So any of our creatures or artifacts we have will gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. We get to scry, of course, 1. And then, of course, we'll be utilizing Resolute Strike here, so target creature will get +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's a warrior, however, we can attach equipment to it. So this is going to be helping us get those equipment at instant speed and also for a lot cheaper. A key piece of the deck, of course, has to be Sigarda's Aid. So as you can see right here, Sigarda's Aid is going to be a 1-mana enchantment that says, you may cast aura and equipment spells as though they had flash. And then whenever an equipment you control enters, you can attach it directly to target creatures. This is great for us to just kind of start cheating stuff out quickly. What exactly are we attaching everything to? So we have our standbys, of course. We have Cacophony Scamp here. So Cacophony Scamp, if it does combat damage to a player, we can sacrifice it. It proliferates, and if it dies, we can deal damage equal to its power to any target. So this is, of course, one of our key targets here that can do a lot of damage if it just manages to at least get one hit in on our opponent. We're also going to utilize here Fireblade Charger, which does more or less the same thing. It can't sacrifice itself. However, if it does die, it'll still do damage equal to its power to any target, which is great. And then one of our key pieces here, one of our things, of course, has to be the one and only Hammertime. So Colossus Hammer here is essential. It is only a 1-mana artifact, and it forces you to, of course, equip for, 8. But we don't obviously want to spend 8 mana because that's just way too expensive. So that's why we, of course, have all those support options here. So Resolute Strike, Sigarda's Aid will be able to attach that Colossus Hammer for a way cheaper price. So that's what we're going to be rocking. Going to the 2-drop slot here, we have Cathartic Pyre here. So we needed something to help kind of filter through our deck. So this is what I picked instead. This is great for us because we could either utilize it for removal, or if we need to, we can just discard up to 2 cards and then draw that many cards in return. One of the new key pieces to the deck is going to be Emberheart Challenger here. So this is a mouse, but it's also a warrior. So it does actually fit perfectly with a deck. It also has haste, and it also has prowess. So I think this honestly synergizes very, very well with our game plan here, because anytime the Valiant ability triggers off, whenever Emberheart becomes the target of a spell or ability, i.e., for example, if we attach equipment to it, we can then, of course, then exile the top card of our library, and until end of turn, we can play that card. So this will help us kind of pseudo churn through the deck along with Cathartic Pyre. We have to have, of course, had in fighter class here. So fighter class is going to be an enchantment class here, where what it does is when it enters, we could dig out through our deck one of our equipment. It could be one of our hammers here or any one of our other equipment, and then add it to our hand. And at 3 for level 2, we can then have equip abilities cost 2 less to activate. Not too often we're going to need that, but it does come in handy for certain key pieces out there. And of course, at level 3, we don't honestly really need to put it to level 3, but if we do ever have extra mana left over, whenever a creature we control attacks up to one target creature, blocks this combat turn if able. So this kind of forces chump blocking if we need to in a pinch, but obviously just get it to at least level 2 and it's perfect as is. Now, brand new to the deck, since it's been a while since we've done this, is we're going to be utilizing 2 of these swords here, and these are very specifically these 2. So it's Sword of Forge and Frontier, and Sword of Once and Future. So both of these came from the sets from last year. So Sword of Forge and Frontier here, it gives us +2/+2 and protection from red and green. And also it says, whenever an equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you can exile the top 2 cards of your library, and then you can play those cards this turn. You can also play an additional land drop. So great for us to help some pseudo ramp. Also gives us protection against red and green, which is great for us, and that's what honestly we need. And to complement that, that's why we're also rocking Sword of Once and Future. This one, however, will give us +2/+2 and protection from blue and black. So whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, we get to Surveil 2. And then you can cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. And if you do, then you exile the card. We don't really do too much of that secondary ability. We just honestly want the protection from blue and black. So with these 2 swords together, you have protection from red, green, blue, and black. We don't have any protection from white, but the reason why we don't want that is we want to be able to utilize our abilities of Sigarda's Aid, Resolute Strike, or Loren's Escape for additional protection. So therefore, we have enough, of course, to round out our package and protect us from pretty much anything, I guess. And then one of our newest cards that also I think is really, really cool is going to be Leyline Axe. So if you have this card in your opening hand, you can throw it onto the battlefield for free. It doesn't do much after that, though, because only equipped creature will get +1/+1, double strike, and trample. So it's kind of like, I guess it's an Embercleave, but for free, I guess. You can equip it for 3, but usually once we have it onto the battlefield here, with fighter class out, that should be able to cheapen the cost, and then we could just get a little extra damage in. Still, again, a pretty decent card, of course, so I threw it in there so for free stuff. Now, as always, whenever we do a stream, we usually don't do any budget decks, so we're going to be rocking, of course, a or a little bit more of a stronger mana base. So we have 2 plains, 2 swamps, Battlefield Forges as our dual land, along with Mutavault's Pathway and Sacred Foundry here. Mutavault, of course, will be actually something that may look a little strange to the deck, but this gives us a little bit of a plan B to the deck. So say if all of our creatures do end up dying and we just can't rock anything, we can then, of course, add Mutavault, of course, and since this is a creature type that has all creature types, you can then add, of course, equipment to it, and you can also use cards like Resolute Strike on the Mutavault if you need to in a pinch. Now, a little bit later on, we will do some best of 3. But for that, we will, of course, then go to our sideboard here. So this is your sideboard options here. 2 copies of Authority of the Consuls here to slow down, go wide decks out there to help us get some life to help stabilize. We'll have copies of High Noon here, which will force both us and our opponent to only cast 1 spell each turn. This, of course, will slow down the game plan just enough where then we could just do our thing. Remember, equipment costs, however, do not count towards that High Noon ability. So we can then, of course, keep swapping equipment where we need to just to get our damage. And then for 5 mana, if we have to, just to finish off our opponent, field sack it, do 5 damage to any target. Sheltered by Ghosts may look a little strange in the deck, but of course this is actually pretty decent for us. So if we have, say, Sigarda's 8 out, this is actually even better because this card, of course, not only will then exile a non-land permanent, it adds itself to a creature and gives it +1/+0, lifelink, War 2, so protection, and also some life gain to help us stabilize. Our graveyard hate is going to be in the form of Lion Sash here. So Lion Sash is Equipment Cat. It's a 1/1. If we equip it to another creature, the equipped creature will get +1/+1 for each counter that the Lion Sash has. And for 1 mana, you can then start doing some graveyard hate. So exile a permanent from a graveyard. Well, actually, you can exile any card, but if it was a permanent, you get +1/+1 counter on the Sash. And then for our artifact and enchantment hate against our enemy players out there, we'll have a slow version of Rip Apart here. I like this card honestly because even though it is slow, it can also do some damage to a creature, planeswalker in a pinch if we need to. Only other additional equipment we have in the deck is going to be Swiftfoot Boots here if you want permanent protection in the form of Hexproof, and also gives one of our creatures haste. It's only equip 1, so it's pretty cheap. And then finally, at the very, very bottom here, if we need to have a little extra boost, we'll, of course, utilize Havilar here, God of Battle / Sword of the Realms. Usually you want to cast this as Sword of the Realms here, where equipped creature will get +2/+0 and have double strike. If the creature, however, dies, you can bounce that card back to your hand. So you can get really reckless with this and do things like, say, Fireblade Charger on top of it, and then sack it, of course, by doing some extra damage, bounce it back to your hand, and then just keep looping that for a little free damage here and there. So I actually do like the card for what it does. But otherwise, that's pretty much the whole deck for you, everybody. The big question, of course, we have to ask ourselves is this deck possible to still pull off what it wants to do and do Hammertime shenanigans in 2024? Well, let's find out right now. So we're going to jump into some ranked, and we're going to see how well the deck does. So, like, where did the deck go? Oh, here. Can we slash and smash our way to victory? All right. Well, we're going to see right now. All right, so we're going to load this up right now and give me a moment here. Still loading up. Okay, so I guess while we're waiting now, I guess I'm pretty much asking everybody here, how's everyone doing today? Hopefully, again, you're having a wonderful day where you're at. And wherever you're watching the content, just as always, oh yes, stop, it's hammer time. Woo! That joke will honestly never get old with this deck. So with that, all right. Okay, so let's see, what are we doing here? All right, so we don't have the ideal hand, but we do have a Leyline Axe in hand. Do we keep this? The Cathartic Pyre can help us, of course, dig to what we need, so we'll keep this. Again, we're not super serious, of course, with rank, but of course I do want to play rank just to get at least a bit of a more genuine feel as to what we can have. So Leyline Axe comes out for free, and then we will play first Mountain. All right. Come on, opponent. Show me what you got. Nothing yet. So Hive of the Eye Tyrant. So that probably means we're going to be dealing with some early game removal, but we'll see if we can try to find our way around that. Pathway. Throw out a Cacophony Scamp for now. Does our opponent take out the Cacophony Scamp? Okay. Nothing yet. Okay, let's see. Nothing yet. Fireblade Charger. Dickman Jake, welcome. Thanks again for joining us this morning. Okay, yes. As we were playing with equipment today, I honestly wanted to just get a little I guess I was kind of reinvigorated to see, like, can we actually make equipment work still in ranked? All right, look at, yep. Opponent, of course, takes out Cacophony Scamp. That's fine. I expected that, of course. So at the very least, for the early game, we can at least get our equipment out. But yes, we're going to be smashing and slashing our way. Another axe. We don't need the next axe here, so let's see. Fireblade Charger. Let's see. Equip 2. Opponent, do you let it stick? No, they don't. All right. Looks like it's going to be a very removal-happy game here. That's fine. So, if we don't get another land out... Okay, we do get another land. So here's how we do this here. Emberheart Challenger. Do you have more removal opponents? Anything? Oh, come on. Really? Alright, it's going to be one of those days, everybody. But okay. It's fine. It's still the early game. Our opponent can't have all the removal in the world, because this looks absolutely joyful to play against. Unholy Annex. Alright, so I think at this point we're just going to have to discard and draw. Throw away our axe. Another Cathartic Pyre does not really help us, but that's okay. They'll ping themselves. Loran's Escape would have been nice earlier, but okay. Alright, I guess we'll just pass. Alright, Swamp. Tabarax. We might have to just take that out now. Some damage. Alright, so we got our own removal. But nothing else yet. So opponent will keep drawing cards. Joy. They're down to 14. Alright. Well, Hammer, I guess, will be okay for the future. Put down the Hammer. Now all we really just need is a creature that can stick, but our opponent, of course, is very removal happy. So I don't know if we're going to get around this, everybody. We're going to try. Bloodletter. Alright. Well, looks like they might get their shenanigans out before we do. They're going to start draining us. Well, we'll try. Well, alright. If they have the other creature in hand, we're pretty much dead. Dang. Nightmare Shepherd. Not usually what I see with this deck, but okay. Nothing yet, opponents. They swing. Oh, your historic deck got you to Diamond? Nice. Happy to hear that. I should check out that list. I usually don't play that much historic anymore. Come on, deck. Fireblade Charger. Okay. Alright. Will this stick? Okay, so it looks like it somewhat sticks. Fireblade Charger. Do they have the removal? Looks like they probably do. But this time, of course, we actually have protection. This will be nice. And we don't need another land. Alright, now we're talking. But unfortunately, we can't really do damage because it's stronger than us. Alright, well that's awkward. Alright, well, opponent here pretty much has us dead. Well, we tried, everybody. Alright. So unfortunately, of course, you'll see the biggest weakness to the deck is going to be dealing with spot removal like quick. But we'll try. Alright, we'll try again for another game. Infernoman, if you have enough time on stream, can we do at least one best of 3 duel? Your deck versus my Esper. Room thoughts. Thoughts? As if I have time. Again, I know you always like to play against me, so I do appreciate that, Dense Planet, but it just depends on time. I might be a little bit more pinched for time today than I normally, so we'll see what happens. But as always, I appreciate you showing some love by also wanting to play. In the meantime, though... Alright, so we're going to load the next game here. We're going to see how well we do. Don't worry. I do believe the deck can still pull off its thing. We just need to get a couple of sweet starts here. So we have a Sigarda's 8 here, which is nice. Fireblade Charger is great too. Loren's Escape and Mutavault. But we don't have any equipment in hand, so do we keep this hand? And then hope we just draw into our stuff? Well... Let me try one more time. Okay, so we got a Sigarda's Age. We have more creatures here, but we can't really cast much of anything else. All right. I think we'll just have to keep this hand. It's not ideal, because we don't have any equipment, but okay. I don't like to mulligan too much. Put away a Cacophony Scamp. Let's see. Am I on Historic? Actually, I'm on Explorer. I feel like Hammertime is probably better for the Historic format, but I don't like dealing with alchemy cards. That's almost the main reason why I don't do it anymore. Oh, and our opponent threw away our Fireblade. Our Sigarda's Aid, so joy. Alright. We're still going to try to do some early game damage here. Hopefully our fighter class here, if we can just get another land, okay, then start digging up for us what we need. Okay, opponent, what do you got? Waste Not. Alright, so looks like it's going to be a discard deck. But we'll see if we can get around it. Leyline Axe is not bad, but we don't have anything else for now, so I guess we'll just fire up Mutavault. Ooh, this is so awkward. Not quite how I wanted to do the deck, but I guess it'll have to do. Yeah, if they only just got rid of those alchemy cards, it'd be a little bit more fun. I mean, there are some cheesy historic cards that do work very well with the Hammertime deck, but I don't know. Out of principle, I just don't want to use them. I just feel like they're so unfair. At least for what they're doing. Alright, so we will throw away the axe. They will draw a card. Alright, opponent. Do they take it up? They do. Okay. That's fine. Come on, deck. Give me... Okay, great. We have a Sacred Foundry. Okay, so we're still in business here. Okay, fighter class coming down. Now we're talking. Okay, so with that... What do we pick, though? I think... This time around, we might do the Sword of Once and Future. Oh, I realized I probably could have fired up my Mutavault there for some damage. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. Fine, okay. Alright, so... Wow, those 2 points of damage I could have gotten there, but that's okay. Hostile Investigator. So they make us discard our sword, which is unfortunate. Okay. Oh, we lose 2 life. Emberheart Challengers, so... Level 2. And pass. Alright. Am I running Rabbit Battery? Oh, that's right. In the old version of the deck, I actually did But I wanted to swap it out to see if it might be better if we can utilize something else. Okay, opponent. No blocks. They deal. We're down to 10. But maybe I should put back in Rabbit Battery. That actually might be better for us. Okay, so here's how we do this here. Fighter class. Put another equipment into our hand. I don't even know right now. I guess it's just going to have to be the hammer. Okay, so I'm not sure if we're going to get around this now. We're going to have to pass. We'll try. Okay. Opponents, what do you got? Go blank. So it throws away our hand, and there goes our graveyard. But that's okay. We actually don't care about our graveyard dying. All we just care about, of course, is just trying to get at least one hammer on one creature. Opponent does go swinging. They draw a card. And I guess I don't have a choice here. I gotta block something. I played for a day and already got Thoughtseize for like the 10th time. I'm getting tired of this. Yeah, Thoughtseize just continually be a bad, annoying card to deal with. It is a good card, but it is very annoying to deal with on turn 1. It always feels like they have the turn 1 Thoughtseize. Okay, come on, deck. Anything. Draw a card. Battlefield Forge. Okay. Well, I mean, can't really do much else right here. I mean, we pumped that to level 2, but we can't do anything with the hammer, so rescoop. All right. Well, right now, Hammertime is not working if we're fighting mono black all day. It's going to be really frustrating, but we'll try. We will try. We can't give up just yet. So, as always, the game plan, of course, is for the first half of the stream, we'll do as much best of 1, and then once we get to about the halfway point, I'll swap to best of 3, and we'll see if the deck does better there. So, with that, see what you got, opponents. All right. Loading up. Stickman Jake. Nahiri Forge in Fury is not bad. I mean, there is definitely a lot of options now you have now for equipment decks. But it's honestly getting a little trickier to figure out, like, what are the key pieces you actually want to keep. All right, so with that, all right, something going on here? Come on. All right, play around here. Come on. Anytime now, Arena. Don't keep me waiting here. Yep. Okay. Well, while this is trying to load, hopefully, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to have to quit out of Arena just to reset it, but I might have to do that, but we'll see. I guess something's going to happen? Oh, wait, what? I'm very confused. I guess I got a free win from just standing here, but okay. Yay, I guess? I'm so confused as to what just happened there, but okay. Yep. Arena be dead. That's mostly what it is. But okay, we'll try again. Trying again here. Or either that or I guess maybe my internet's having a hiccup here, but I don't know. I don't know, actually. We'll see. But as long as the stream is still going, I guess we're fine. Alright, so with that, let's keep going. Let's have the good times roll still. Okay, so... Ooh, okay. So this hand is not too bad. We just have to find a way to get around certain things here. So with that, I think we'll keep this hand because we do have, of course, the Sigarda's 8 and we have the Colossus Hammer. But we need one red source and we should be good to go here. So we're going to keep this hand. It's a one-lander, but the Sigarda's Aid with the Colossus Hammer means that we can achieve something great here. Okay, so with that, put down the planes. Sigarda's Aid. Alright. I'm feeling good about this one right here. I know we can do it. Bard class. Okay, our opponent also trying to do their own cheesy shenanigans here. But we'll try. So, I think the way we can do this, even if we don't get the red source, we ideally just need to get a source. And Mutavault can also be the backup option here. Our opponent is going to start going on. Oh, jeez. Alright, Bard class is doing its thing. You miss one land drop and you get completely screwed here. Oh, boy. So they already got enough power on the field. Resolute Strike is not horrible, but we don't have... Alright, you know what? I'm actually going to cut this one. So we can't get through any of that. We didn't get our land drop. That was the only awkward part there. So, alright. I guess we lose our free win there. Oh boy. Alright, okay. Totally not feeling like everything is conspiring against us here. But we're going to try. Hopefully get a real game in. I do want us to actually get some fun matches in here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Arena right now. We're having some really funky moments here. Hopefully we'll have a better start on the next game. That's all I want, is just to get us a better start. Alright, so with this hand here... Okay, this actually looks pretty good here. We still just need another land. That's all we need, and we can just be able to go off here very quickly. But I still feel like this might be the one. Okay, so with that, Leyline Axe is down for free. We will play on here Cacophony Scamp. Now, all we just need is Sigarda's 8 to come down, and we should be solid. Alright, Blackleaf Cliff. What do you got, opponent? Nothing. Okay. So, I guess we swing. And there we go. Nothing yet. Decline. Pass. Okay, opponent. What do you got? Come on. Opponent. Alright, anytime now. Thank you. Don't keep me waiting all day, opponent. Okay, finally. Okay, so with that, I guess we'll keep swinging here. Wow, we're not getting our land drops. That's the only awkward part right now about our game plan here, is we're trying to see if we can get this whole thing going, but we can't get our dual lands out. Maybe it was wrong for me to play a pathway land. I think maybe I should have put in the Inspiring Pathway. We'll make a slight adjustment at the halfway point. I think that's what we'll do. So with that, all right, come on, opponent. Blood Tithe Harvester, blood tokens. Stickman Jake. I copy my deck for Explore at the moment. So far, I only have to remove 3 cards. Well, that's actually pretty good. That's actually not too shabby, honestly. Colossus Hammer. I guess we'll just bring this in now. I wanted to see if I can get it off with Sigarda's 8, but I realize now I probably messed up on the land base. I realize the Pathway land is not the best land for this, especially on a low mana curve. But we'll make that adjustment later on. Dense Planet. What are like good cards? What are like good card draws in red in a way? I'm still trying to figure out the cards to put in my Chandra Tribal deck. Oh, well, I mean, it really just depends on what your deck is trying to do. I mean, as you see here, we have Cathartic Pyre, but the reason why I'm using Cathartic Pyre in red as a card draw is we could throw away the pieces we don't need and draw into what we do need. Or sometimes we may need to have removal in a pinch. Like you can see right here, we need that removal to get rid of this so it doesn't start doing its thing. Okay, so we finally have the Sacred Foundry, which is great. We are, however, going to be a little slow in this instance here. So I have to take out that Goblin before it starts accumulating more treasure from our opponent here. We don't want that to go off. add in Fervent Champion. Oh, that's right. Well, I mean, again, we're not married to the whole deck. I definitely will make maybe some updates at the halfway point. I want to see how well the deck does in best of one, but maybe we could do some tweaking here. Because I could feel like I'm maybe a little suboptimal. But again, it's been a while since I played an equipment deck, so I feel like the deck is still somewhat outdated. Lackazos, welcome. Hopefully then you're having a great day, my fiery friend, where you're at. Yeah, champion would equip the Axe No Sweat. That's right. I'll try to make those adjustments. Don't worry. As soon as I have a moment here, maybe I'll do this, I guess, maybe after this match. Oh, our opponent is playing a Grixis deck? Oh, I didn't know that. All right. Making another token. Siriki, welcome. Thanks again for joining me. Lawrence Escape. All right, so how do we do this here? I think we'll get Fighter class. We'll dig out another one. We'll get our hammer. That's what we need. And hammer in. So we have 2 hammers. But the reason why I wanted another hammer was just so I can get Sigarda's aid into Colossus Hammer. But we do, of course, need another creature on top of that. Of course, hitting our land drops probably is what we need the most. So it's kind of awkward right now where we're at. Fable also good too, but it's a rare, so I can. But it could be solid. And Stickman Jake, I can send a screenshot on my deck. Okay. I mean, you can send whatever you need. I'm just trying to figure out, like, how to make this a little bit more optimal, because I feel like I'm in a little bit of an awkward spot here. Opponent's got the duress. All right. Throw away our hammer. Throw away whatever. Okay, Sigarda's Aid's going bye-bye. No surprise there. Well, okay, so again, we're now in a really awkward spot, but we're going to try. Opponent will swing. Blood Tithe Harvester. Okay, they don't? Okay. Alright, so in other words, now we have a spot here where we need to Cathartic Pyre out before they do that at instant speed. So we got to get rid of that creature. So Reflecting Kiki Jiki down. Okay, and then pass again. Okay. Okay. We were going to do this, everybody. We're going to find a way to get around this. They cracked their blood token, so that means they're going to be discarding and drawing. Okay. Opponents, what do you got? Alright, so Fable the Mirror Breaker again, number 2. Such a tough card to get around. All I just want is just to equip a hammer or an axe to my goblin. Is that so much to ask, everybody? I just want to be able to pull that off. Okay. Okay. Breathing in. We got this. We got this. As soon as our opponent does something. Anything, opponent. Okay. Draw again. Alright, Battlefield Fort. Okay, well now we're hitting our land drops, which is nice. I guess we'll go to level 2 with this. There's not much else I can do right now. So, does that stick? Okay, it does. Nice. We'll swing right now. Can we push through some damage this time around? Our opponent will let us probably... Most likely we'll just take the damage. They're obviously not going to block. Oh, they do block. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so token down. And we can then go to face. Down to 14. Okay. So, we have a game plan, sort of. Opponent's going to draw some cards. Then split it. You need to change the lands and add the Fervent Champion too. Yeah. And our opponent's just going to start stripping our hand. Wow, are we just going to deal with Thoughtseize and discards all day? I feel like every time I've been playing recently, it's just been against mono black or some variation that has black and discard. It's just so annoying. Okay, so while our opponent is trying to do that, a question I want to ask all of you is, I'll be putting out a poll soon to kind of figure out like what y'all want to see over the next couple weeks. I have a couple of holiday themed decks, if you will. I want to see if we can try to pull those off on stream. Those will be, I'm sure, at least somewhat of a fun thing to do. All right, so, can't equip anything else. So I guess Fireblade Charger coming down. But okay, don't worry, everybody. I think now we will definitely get in those extra... We'll definitely start doing a little bit more once we finish this match here, we'll just make some modifications to the deck. Because I feel like we're not optimal. But maybe that's just because, again, I'm not the best at deck building as much as I think I am. Alright, opponent's doing its flippy flip. There's our reflection Kiki. Fear of missing out. Okay. I keep forgetting this card is a thing. Okay. So they're going to try to get some more combat phases with this. They discard draw. Wow, they had a fatal push and they didn't want to use that? I guess they're probably anticipating we have a way to equip. That's probably why. But they're down to 8. If we could just get anything, a Sigarda's Aid, or if we can get our Resolute Strike, if we have any of those, it's pretty much game over at that point for their opponents. They swing. We'll take the damage. Down to 12. 2 cards in hand, opponent, and you know one of ours, so they know that we have the protection. Sword of Forge and Frontier. Does our opponent have an answer? They do not. Equip? Yes. Alright, nice. So with that, swing in with the Fireblade Charger. So at this point, it pretty much can't be touched by our opponent here. Ooh, they Mutavault. Okay. They really want to do it. We swing. Okay, opponents. Blocking is the only thing you can block with. Do 2. Down to 6. We do some exiling. Oh, wait, hold on. We did it. Ah! Resolute Strike. Hammer. Smash. Sneaky off the top there. I wasn't expecting that. Oh my goodness. Oh, yes. Out of nowhere. We just got a sneaky win there. Oh my goodness. That actually, yeah, that worked. I didn't expect it to work that way, but yeah, it did work. Okay. I feel good about that one. Okay, much better. Okay, everybody. See? The deck does its thing. It's not that bad. Am I right? I'm not the worst at deck building, but okay. Before we continue, we will need to make a couple of little tweaks here. So, all right. So before we continue, let's actually do that tweak we needed to. Because I realize now, Inspiring Vantage is probably the land I need. So this is actually the better dual land. So we're going to take out those pathways. So with that, it's kind of awkward here. They're going to be mismatched, but it's okay. 3 and 1. Okay. There we go. So we have our Inspiring Vantage. That's much better for the deck. Okay. Y'all wanted to see, what was it, Fervent Champion? What is that? A Knight? Just type it in real quick. Okay. There's Fervent Champion. Okay. So what am I taking out then? So you can see the list. I'm guessing I have to agree that the list is not the most optimal. So maybe if y'all can help me for a moment here. Oh, you sent a screenshot on Explorer. Oh, okay. Give me a second here to pull up then the Discord real quick. And then we'll go from there. Don't worry. Still here, everybody. Just trying to check something real quick on the Discord here. All right. Okay. Okay, so I see your list there, Sickman Jake, so let's look at this real quick here. Oh, wow, your list is very, very different from what I'm seeing here, but that's actually cool. Okay, so give me a second here, and then maybe... Okay, so with that, let's take a little bit of what you're trying to do here, and we're going to try to see if we can make this work. So your variation... Your variation is actually quite different from this. So let's do this instead. So rather than completely axe mine, because I do want to at least leave a link to the version I played today, but let us tweak it just a little bit here. So I guess we're going to be doing a little deck building right here in the moment, everybody. Hopefully you don't mind all that. So with that, we're going to try... Okay, so your version here has... Let's see. Okay, so you have 3 Skrelv. And you have 4 Fervent Champions. You're going to be rocking Heartfire Hero. And you've got Rabbit Battery. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, your version is very different, but I do like it. I do like what this deck is doing. Okay, so we're going to finish off with Stickman Jake's version here. You have Basilisk Collar, a single copy. Colossus Hammer, but you only have a single copy. So we'll trim down to 1. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Got a copy of Lost Jite. Shadow Spear. Okay, so that's all in the 1-drop spots there. Okay, very interesting. I do like this is a lot more different than what I'm used to playing. So with that, we're going to then cut the Cacophony Scamps out of your version. Fireblighter Charger is going to go bye-bye. And then with this, let's see, Cathartic Pyre goes bye-bye. And then Kemba. It's white. Okay, so there we go. 2 Kembas. Let's see, and then let's see. Let's see, Ogre Helm. A single copy of that. Highway Robbery. Single copy of that. No Fighter Class. So that's gone. They split up. A single copy. You have Rebel Salvo. And Risk Factor is an interesting one. We have single copies of Sword of Once and Future, Forge Frontier, full set of Leyline Axe. Okay, I can't spell Vengeance. Let's see, where's it at? Where's that? Sword of... Wait. Do I actually have that card? Hold on one second. Oh, okay. It's a Bloomborough card. Oh, I don't. Okay. I guess I afford 1 copy. And then we'll pat that in. And then we have to cut some stuff here. So let's see. What are we cutting that I had? Lawrence Escape goes bye-bye. The Resolute Strikes are gone. Okay, so this should be your whole list here. And then Nahiri. Alright, don't worry, everybody. We got this going in just a moment here. Okay, wait. I cannot spell Nahiri. So instead, we'll go with that. Oh, that's why. Aha. Okay, okay. Single copy of Nahiri. Alright, so... This looks much worse. Well, okay. Hear me out for a second, Kebby. Let's give this a try. I do want to keep it fair. I mean, I do appreciate that Stickman Jake is trying to help out here. So we're going to play with this a little bit here. And I think maybe at the halfway point, I'm going to try to kind of mix and match a little bit to see what is best. Honestly, equipment decks have gotten a lot better over the years because there's so many options. It's still incomplete because the rares of Red-Green Sword is better at the moment. Okay, that's fair. But let's give this a shot. It does look like a pile. Not going to lie. But let's give it a fair shot. Because, again, Stickman Drake is trying to help out here. So we're going to try this out for a little bit here. There are going to be some tweaks that maybe I'll make myself for my own variants. But I do appreciate you helping out. So with that, let's give it a fair try. We'll play a little bit of this. Just a little bit. Because I do want to kind of... I think my issue also with the other deck was, besides the mana base, I do need at least better targets to equip things to. Maybe we were relying a little bit too much on the Warrior sub package, just to then get some stuff. But we'll try. We'll try. Okay. And then let's kind of keep, for example, okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Yeah, I know you mostly play Historic, but let's see. Maybe it might be better. Maybe it might be good in Explorer. We can give it a try. Blacksmith Talent. Oh, but Blacksmith Talent isn't, I don't think it's legal. Let's see. Is it? Oh, yeah. Blacksmith Talent. Okay. Maybe we'll do a little bit of deck building again and modifications after a match or two, okay? Let's give this a try as is. Blacksmith Talent. Okay, but then, okay, so if we're adding that in, but what are we cutting? So here, let's pull up the whole list right here. So with this version that we have right now, what are we cutting to add in Blacksmith's Talent? I'm fine with adding it in, but I'm kind of a little, not sure what we want to cut. Do we cut the risk factor? I feel like that might be the easiest thing to cut is. No offense, of course, but I think risk factor, honestly, in an equipment deck, might not be the best option. So, does anybody agree with that or disagree? Let me know. I would love to hear from you guys. Still thinking here. Okay, so let's see, box field. Okay, let me look at that link real quick that you added. Kebby. This is what I played on the channel a few months ago. Okay, okay. Everybody throwing out their Hammertime decks right now. This is fun. Okay, so we'll put... You know what? Maybe we'll try your version as well, Kebby. Maybe after we play around with a little bit with a version that Stickman Jake has. How about that? I think that should be that might be fun. So let's give that a shot in a moment. So with this, let's see. I'll probably cut the risk factor, and then we'll probably throw in Blacksmith Talent. So let's keep this right now as is. I think we'll just keep the mana base simple for now. Because I just want to start getting in some games, and we're going to just mess with it just a little bit here. Okay, so let's see. Actually, I want to make sure also I can kind of make the... Okay, so... Let's just push this version 2. All right, there we go. And we'll do version 2 here. My version of the deck is less of a hammer, but more for axe. I mean, that's fair. I do actually, of course, I'm trying to incorporate these equipment, period. So let's just give it a try. Let's give it a shot. I don't really care if we win or lose. We're just trying to play with a deck that, to be fair, you did offer up. So out of your appreciation, I do want to at least play with it a little bit here. So let's look at it that way. But thank you again for showing me what you have. Even if it is a work in progress, I do appreciate that. And then maybe after a game or two, we'll probably throw on Kebby G's version to see, like, you know, how each of these work. There's definitely a lot of cards I would love to add in. I mean, maybe I might as well just make at some point an equipment commander / brawl / EDH deck. We might do that in the future. But also, I'm probably going to wait on that one until maybe after Ether Drift, because we have so much right now that's coming out, and oh boy, I'm getting a little overwhelmed here. But there is, of course, Pioneer Masters is coming out next week, so there's going to be a lot more cards that are going to be added in, and many of those cards will be valid for the Explorer format, so I'm excited for that, but I'm going to have to also need time to actually kind of sift through everything to see what exactly am I going to be working with and playing with, so something to think about. All right, so we'll keep this. Let's see, the card has underperformed for me, is Kemba, so the next version I probably want to cut it. Okay. I keep forgetting Kemba is a card. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, Kemba does seem kind of cool, but I feel like Kemba was better suited for, you know, Commander format. At least that's from what I see. Okay, pay 2 here. Skrelv. All right, well, what do you got? And we also have some good removal here. So affinity for our equipment is pretty nice here. Cauldron Familiar. Oh, okay. Looks like our opponent is going to try to do some cat oven shenanigans, but we'll see if we can try to get around that. In the meantime, we can't afford to start having them go off with that, so we're just going to get rid of the cat now. Swing here, down to 20, and they get a poison counter. Man, imagine if they had like an equipment with poison. That'd actually be pretty sweet. Although I feel like it might be kind of busted depending on what deck you're building. Cauldron Familiar number 2. Meow meow. Okay, so with that, Mountain, and actually I could just equip it now. Swing now. Okay, opponent, do you block? At all. Then split it, letting KBG know you have a Chandra Tribal deck. Send it to the List in Inferno's Discord. Oh, they have one in the OG Phyrexia set? They did? Oh, okay. Kind of wish it was on Arena, though. I do need to finish, I realize, my equipment deck. I actually have an equipment deck that's based on that pre-con that came out a while ago. You know, the super really cheap one that came out? I ended up buying it from a Target for, I think I bought it from Target on discount. It was like, I don't know. How much was it? I think it was like 15 bucks. They literally had the pre-con one with, was it Wyleth? That's right. I think it was Wyleth. It was that cheap pre-con that was like 20 bucks, but they had it on clearance for 15. I remember seeing that in my Target for, God, it was like a whole year. And that card, that poor deck kind of just sat there. No one bought it. And just started collecting dust. By the time I bought it, it had like a whole layer of dust on there. Like nobody cared about it. So I figured, you know what? It's on clearance. 15 bucks for a cheap commander deck. Why not? Why not? Okay, favorite champion gets also a bump. Swinging with both. Okay, opponent, what do you got? Okay. Down to 10. All right. 5. Nice. Okay. Well, this version is doing stuff, which is actually much better than what we were kind of doing earlier. So, okay. Props to you. Thanks again for the list. It's doing its thing. So I'm kind of happy right now that it's actually doing its thing. Opponent, you actually want to swing? Okay, so I guess they want to get their treasure. That's why. They lose, of course, their token. Do they have a Wrath? Removal? Anything? Igra. Ooh, okay. So it's an Igra combo here. All right. All right. Did we get comboed off here? No, we did. Dang. Okay. Yep. So for those of you that don't remember this combo here, 2 Cauldron Familiars and an Igra means that they do win. Wow, they actually comboed off here. But again, I can't hate. For those that didn't see it, we did put together on Thanksgiving a budget version of Igra. So if you actually want to see a budget version of what our opponent is doing, just letting you know, it's actually up right now on the YouTube channel. I put it out a couple weeks ago. Y'all should check it out. It's actually a pretty cool deck. It's actually really cheap to build. I think it's only like $100-something for an Explorer deck that does this combo. I'll let our opponent go off here, so you know what? Fine. That's fine, opponent. You can do your thing. Oh, you did win against... That's right. Oh, keep Skrelv tapped. Okay. Yeah, it's obvious that I don't play with Skrelv that much. So, something to think about again for that. Alright. So, I think the way I'm going to do this is I'll probably get in 1 or 2 more matches with your version, Stickman Jake, and I'll probably jump to Kevy G's. If anybody else actually has another version of their own equipment deck that they want me to play, I guess I could do that today. But if not, I'll probably tweak a little bit of the ones that I've seen today with all of you. And then we'll see what maybe I can kind of come up with on my own variation. I guess I'm kind of a little stuck on the Warrior sub package, but I have to kind of move away from that if I want to just focus on mostly equipment. But we'll see. Ah, Skrelv was mostly for protection purposes. Okay, that's fair. But okay. Our opponent had the combo anyway. It's okay. We will definitely get them next time. Alright, so. It's okay. We're still in platinum no matter what. So, the rank doesn't really matter to me. Alright, so with that, let us play again. We'll give it another shot. We'll see what we got. As we're approaching now the halfway point of the stream, I do want to remind everyone friendly that, as always, if you are a fan of anything we do, if you do like the content, please like, follow, and subscribe. You can see, of course, right there at the bottom. You can find me on various socials here. We're hoping to, again, try to see if we can push ourselves to 1,500 subscribers on YouTube, if not higher than that, just before the end of the year. We are a little bit under target here, but I appreciate any and all support y'all give me. Just, again, even watching the content is something that I really do appreciate from all of you out there, so thank you from that. If you do want to be a true fiery friend and you do want to take it to the next level, well, as always, I do like to remind everyone I do have a Patreon, and of course you can provide your extra tips and support to me. But again, I never will expect any of you, of course, to pay for any of the content I do. I just throw up, again, extra bonus content that's available on the Patreon. Most of it is, not going to lie, it is behind the paywall. But if you do pay for it, you can see all of my matches that I have and bonus footage. Much of it does not make it to YouTube channels, only just because I don't have enough time to put in everything. But of course, I want to throw on there something a little exclusive, of course, to entice if you do want to. But otherwise, I do, of course, throw up there some free stuff as well. It's mostly mirroring what we have currently on the channel. Okay, now anyway, back to the game. So let's see. So we got Skrelv here, Favorite Champion, a Rabbit Battery, and Rebel Salvo. Okay, so what do we got, opponent? Show me what you got. Just don't keep me waiting forever. Again, Splinit. My channel is currently 133 subs right now. Nice. You are getting some growth, so hang in there. Not gonna lie, it took me a while to get to where I'm at. Like, where I'm at right now, it's about, honestly, 4 years. Although, granted, the first 2 years I just kind of piddled around. I had no idea what I was doing. So, mostly, the first year and a half is going to be trying to figure out, again, what you want to do. I will definitely say that right now. Okay, so let's see. Feverin Champion. Maybe I should have put that in first. And then Skrelv. No attacks yet. Rebel Salvo will be great in a moment here, as soon as I can get rid of that Leaf Crown Visionary before it starts going off. Alright, come on, opponents. Anytime now. Obviously, you're playing elves. I actually do have another elf deck that I want to throw out there for maybe next week's stream. But it will be a Brawl version. Okay, nothing opponents? Alright, that's fine. Sacred Foundry. Ping ourselves here. Ogre let's see. Ogre Head Helm. I cannot say words. Collected Company coming in. Alright. Opponent is going off here with their creatures. Okay, so with that, reconfiguring is awkward because we can attach that to a creature, but we can't really do anything else. So, add a battery. And pass. It does work very well with Rebel Salvo. So, we have what we need now. Opponent's got their Cavalry Souls, but we don't have any counter spells, so we don't really care. Banner of Kinship. Ooh. That's a pretty good one. Alright. So that does pump up everything to an incredibly powerful rate. I don't know if we're going to survive this. They're going to swing. I don't even know if what's the right option here. I mean, I could tweak this down and block, but we don't have anything really to just sponge the hit. I mean, I feel like it doesn't even matter at this point. Protection from green. And then I guess block one card here. Because it doesn't really matter at this point. They already hit us. Banner of Kinship blew us up there. I was not expecting that where it was, but that's okay. So, at this point, we'll give this deck another shot here. And then, Kebby, I'm going to look at your version, and I'll probably add that now to what I want to build. Okay. That's okay. Just assume that I am a terrible player. I'm not very good with what sometimes people give me, only just because I need time to actually build it out and kind of understand it. So, I'm sorry if I'm not doing your deck justice. I do apologize for that. But I'm trying. Okay. So, let's see what we got here. So, we got Blacksmith Talent, Heartfire Heroes, and Rebel Salvos. Okay. So, we do have more or less a good game plan here. That's what I'm still trying to figure out how to make the Chandra deck better. What are like the good Chandras to include, and also maybe a sideboard for best of 3? It's like a solid deck I have to climb and explore. Well, I mean, for Chandra, there's definitely different things you can do. I have to again look at my old list. I still, I think, have my original Chandra deck somewhere. And I'll have to look at that one. Oh, Adeline already? Oh, come on, opponent. Really? Disgusting. Okay. So, is there a way around this? Okay. Rabbit Battery. Rebel Salvo will be cheaper, but we can't reconfigure anything just yet. We have to get rid of that Adeline now. So, next turn, it's got to be a Rebel Salvo to the face. Or at least to their Adeline's face, if you will. Anointed Peacekeeper. Oh, come on. Really? Disgusting. Alright. Opponent's going to try to shut down our game plan here, but we're going to try. Dang. So they're going to obviously look at the Rebel Salvo, and that means it's going to be more expensive, so then we can't push through damage. At least that's what I think they would do. Yep. So now Rebel Salvo's gotten turned off. Dang. That kind of sucks. Alright. Opponent swings here. No blocks. Down to 15. Okay. Not in a good spot now. Yeah. I don't like stacks. But I mean, it is sometimes something you deal with. So. Blacksmith talent. Making equipment. Heartfarer hero. So. Is there a way out of this? Because our opponent, once they shut us down with Nonin Peacekeeper, man, we really got hosed there. Luminarch Aspirants. Alright. Okay, well. Once again, Infernoman here looking like he doesn't know how to play Magic. Dang. Okay. It's fine, everybody. It's fine. Okay. So with that, they swing. I mean, this is really, really awkward here, but I'm going to have to do it this way. Just to at least somewhat survive. At least the hits. Opponent. Our Heartfire heroes, they can't go to face, but I might as well just do some damage here. Down to 14, down to 13. Do we have anything? Okay, Sigarda's aid, I guess, would have helped. Okay. But it might be a little too late. Maybe I shouldn't have done that with this. You know what? I'm just going to take the L on that one. Okay. That wasn't a fair match there. We'll give it one more. I swear. One more match. Don't worry. One more match. Okay. This time, I swear, we will try to get it down. And then from this one, I'll swap over to a new deck. Okay. Because we kind of got hosed there a little bit there. And not in a very fun way. Alright, so shaking that off. We're going to try again. Okay, so with that, let's see, what do we got here? Okay, so 2 Battlefield Forge, Skrelv, Kemba, Feverent Champion. Okay, we don't have any equipment. That's kind of awkward here. Well, mulligan. Okay, so we do have equipment in this version. What do we get rid of, though? So what do we get rid of? I guess the Mutavault's going to go bye-bye for now. We'll hopefully get another land in the next turn or so. All right, so with that, Rapid Battery. All right, opponent, what do you got? Show me what you got. Anything at all, opponent. Okay, there we go. Human. Okay. So let's see. What do we do here? The planes. All right. So with that, I guess Kemba will come down. Target 1 equipment we control. All right. Okay. Not too bad there. Finally, Kemba gets to do something. Usually whenever I play Kemba, it doesn't really do much. Stick Man, can we play against each other? Give me a moment. I do want to at least give Kebi's deck a shot before we continue on. Swing. Do you block opponents? Down to 11. Okay. Wow, Kemba's actually doing something finally. Usually every time I play it, it never did anything. So that's why I never really played the card that much. Hey, Pathway land. Brutal Cathar. Oh, come on, opponents. Well, that's no fun. Alright. So with that, I guess we'll put the Heartfire hero on top of, I'd say, the Rapid Battery on there. Swing here. Do you block opponents? Okay, they'll take the damage. Two face. Opponent flips their card, so that's going to be a pain to deal with, but we'll try to find our way around it. We really would like, however, another land. Okay, opponents. Anytime now. Well, while our opponent is trying to figure things out in life, I'll start looking at the list. I don't know why our opponent did that, but okay. Okay, we're down to 17. Still got plenty of time, but they are going to flip right now, so that means we do lose now our rabbit. That's very annoying. Battlefield Forge. Let's see. Sword of Once and Future. That'll be helpful eventually, but we do need to get down at least another creature. Alright, come on, opponent. What do you got? Adeline? I just don't like Adeline. Just such an annoying card. Just keeps swinging and just keeps adding more creatures to the field. So as you can see right here, they will start going wide. But we don't have any answers right now to deal with it. So we just need to find a way to hopefully start... Okay, Sigarda's Aid doesn't do much right now, but that's okay. Heartfire Hero. Sword of Once and Future. It's a counter. Okay, so it's a 4/4 right now. That's not bad, right? Protection from blue and black. Although, ironically, this time around, I kind of wish we had protection from white. That's actually what we need right now. But I don't have that in this deck. It's okay, though. Okay, opponent is swinging still. Okay. I don't want to block here, so I guess it's just going to have to take out one of their own creatures. That's pretty much all I can do. Take out a human. Opponent? You have something in hand? Wow, they have a Gonjo. Come on, really? Wow, okay. Two-face. I guess that's all we can do. Down to 8. Okay. There might be a way to get around this. Maybe. Leyline Axe. Okay. Heartfire Hero again. We can equip this one. Okay. So, is there a way around this? Maybe? Collected Company. Alright. Please tell me they're not going to get removal off of this. I swear, if they get a Brutal Cathar to this, I'm going to puke. Okay. General's Enforcer. Thalia's Lieutenant. Pumping up the whole team. Okay. So, I don't think we'll win this one, unfortunately, because... Oh, come on, opponent. So, even with everything, we can block, which is not what's the problem here. The problem here is, once the damage goes through, this will go on the stack, but they'll have the damage already against us here. Dang. Alright. Collected Company. What a card. Still doing work. Not saying it's a bad card, it's just I don't want to deal with it right now. Alright. Opponent's got all the humans in the world right now to do their thing. Then start eating our little mice. Ashnod. Okay. Whole hand is completely out. It doesn't really matter at this point because they're just now just trying to pump. Okay. Go ahead, swing, opponent. Really? They didn't swing? Oh, that's why. Okay. Well, that's just rude. Alright. That's fine. I'm not going to entertain you toying with me, opponent, so that's it. They could have just swung there and could have just won. Okay, that's fine. Okay, everybody. So, let me try 1 second here. We're going to try... Okay, so Kebby, you did throw out a list, and out of fairness, I do want to give it a shot. I will give it a spin. So, let's see. Copy for Arena. Okay, so as you can see, my fire friends, we're going to be utilizing Kebby G's list. Give him a shout out. Check out his channel if you haven't done so already. So out of kindness, I do appreciate what he was showing off to me. He didn't have to, so I'll play his version now just for a little bit, and then I'll probably go back to maybe the list I have, and then we'll maybe do some tweaks with the original one that I did, and then we'll do a couple of best of threes, and then we'll probably end it for there. Because, again, as much as I would love to continue on, I might have to cut this one a little bit shorter than anticipated just because I realize I have to also get ready for my big boy job. But thanks again, everybody, for hanging in there. So let's see. So looking at his list right now, got Sigarda's Aid, Heartfire Heroes, of course, and everything. His version, of course, is for Historic, but we're going to go back to Explorer, and we're going to see how well it does in Explorer. Okay, so let's keep doing some hammering, everybody. We're going to hack and slash our way to victory here, some way, somehow. But yeah, let's see. Let's see if this list can do it, everybody. Don't worry. No matter what, we are going to try to get some Hammertime victories in here, some way, somehow. And again, shout out for those of you that also been watching from other locations, whether you're watching the content from Twitch or X or YouTube, or even those of you that are over on Instagram. I see y'all over there. So thanks again for hanging in there, everybody. Appreciate all y'all. Much love. Okay, getting into our next match here. Let's see. Can this list get us the victory? So we'll see in a moment. I realize I probably should be tweaking, again, equipment a bit more here and there. Ooh, we got the hammer already. That's nice. Sparring advantage. We will play first Blacksmith Talent. So we can make a sword token. Kemba also can come out too, which is nice. Thalia. Oh, come on. Opponents. Shutting down our plan because now everything's more expensive, but we'll find a way around this. Don't worry, we can do it. Yes, we need to nail it this time. Okay, so we put the sword on top of our Kemba. Okay, Skrelv. Okay, so our opponent is definitely going to try to start pumping up their humans, but they also have Skrelv for protection purposes. Fighter class. Okay. Heartfire Hero. Cacophony Scamp. Alright, so with that, no attacks from Kemba yet. We do need to pump it up. Our opponent's not going to swing, obviously, because Kemba is going to hold on to the... Oh, jeez. Alright, never mind. Our kitty cat has now been exiled, so I don't know now how do we get around this, but we'll try. Our opponent actually did try to swing here, so... Okay. I mean, this does mean that we can take something out. If they... Let's see, if I know our opponent here, we'll have to take out Skrelv. That's honestly our best option. That guarantees at least something is out. Down to 16. Battlefield Forge. Okay. Let's see. What do we do here? I think we'll go to level 2 with Blacksmith Talent. So we can put it on top of here. Okay, that does track it off its abilities, so we'll hold off. Phew. Okay, so game plan right now is not the worst. Intrepid Adversary. I haven't seen this card in a while. Forgot about this card. Alright. Oh. Did our opponent just shame scoop there? I mean, yeah, I'll take the free win, but what happened there? Oh, okay. I think they swung, not realizing that, I don't know, Heartfire Hero was going to block Thalia? Maybe that's why they kind of gave up? Wow, okay. I guess I'll take a free win there. Kind of feel awkward about that, but okay. A win's a win. So there we go. Free card. I will play again. Oh, wait. Are we playing Explorer? Oh, hold on one second. Are we playing... We're not playing Ranked right now, are we? Okay. I know it doesn't... I don't really care if we're playing, like, a specific format or whatever, but just to keep it fair, I try to play Ranked because I do want to see how well the deck does. Put it back into Ranked. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we'll get the serious players, the real sweaty ones that actually want to play serious against this deck. All right, so here we go. Okay, so the good news here is we have the aid, the hero, and we have ways of digging out an equipment, so this is not too shabby. Sacred Foundry. Sigarda's Aid. Okay, opponent, show me what you got. Plains, alright, that's fine. Mountain. And fighter class. Let's start digging out our key pieces here, so let's get out the Colossus Hammer. Alright. We're going to be feeling the Hammertime soon, everybody. Don't worry, we got it. I believe in us. We can definitely do this Hammertime deck. Professor Symbology. Wow, okay. Haven't seen that in also a while. Enters and it learns. So that means they're going to dig something out of their sideboard. Oh, they got reduced to memory. Okay. All right. Our opponent's going to try to be the not-so-fun police. We will play on white. Okay. So, whatever they exile, we will try to get the hammer quickly on Heartfire Hero. If they try to exile the Sigarda's Aid, at least that allows us to put the hammer on top of the hero for a moment. All depends on what our opponent's going to do here. Come on, opponent. Stickman Jake. Equipment Hellfire to itself. Oh, Heartfire to itself. Yes. Okay, there it is. So, opponent has that on the stack now. There we go. Attach. Yes. Okay, now we got a big mouse. Mighty Mouse, if you will. So, at least also we get out of that spirit. So, there we go. Now we're set to go here, everybody. Now we got him. Thrill Seeker. Back up. Pump. We don't even need to swing here. All we just have to do is sacrifice the mouse. 15. 15. Yeah, we got there. Ooh, okay. I wasn't believing too much in the Thrill Seeker there, but we got there with that. So great on that one. Thanks. Props to you, KBG, for that one. There we go. Yeah, now I do see it. The Thrill Seeker is the main piece. So nice. I love that. That was great. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Much better than before. Okay. Don't worry. Again, no offense to anybody. I do appreciate, even, like, and I'll say this in the future, like, if anybody does submit decks, don't feel discouraged if maybe when I play it, the deck doesn't perform. Because sometimes, again, it also depends on the matchups, too. But I do want to say, great job on that one. Thanks again for that list, KBG. We managed to get the win there, so awesome, awesome. Stickman Jake, I know your deck does work. I'm probably just not very good at playing it. But I did see, again, what you're trying to get with. Because I know you mentioned earlier, it's not a focus on trying to get a combo win. You're trying to do more of a mid-range value plan. At some point, maybe we might go back to doing some historic matches a little bit later on. But we'll see. Let's see. Okay, so we have here the 2 Sigarda's Aids, Kemba, Heartfire Hero for attaching things to, and Kellen can dig out something. So let's keep this hand. All right, and then with that, Sacred Foundry, shocking ourselves. Sigarda's Aid. Okay, opponent, so what do you got? Tap land. All right, Temple of Enlightenment. Is it going to be a control deck? I guess we'll see. Play Pathway. Kellen doing its thing. Going on an adventure to find a hammer. I forgot that Kellen's also a thing, too. Wow, there's so many cards that have been out in the past year and some that I've just completely have forgotten exist in the game. It's actually kind of a little exhausting to kind of keep up with everything. Okay, so with this. I guess Heartfire Hero coming down. And Cacophony Scamp. Opponents? Nothing. Okay. Pass. Does our opponent do anything here? No, they do not. We need to have them tap out. Then I can attach the hammer. Oh, are they an artifact deck? Interesting. Okay. Okay, so if our opponent has a counterspell, at least now we have some mana to prevent that. We're going to swing and see what happens here. Okay, opponent, do you have an answer? Cacophony Scamp. Okay. Here we go. Hammer time. We attach it to Heartfire Hero. It pumps itself up. Oh, Fading Help. Oh, come on. Wow, they actually did have an answer there. All right. Take out the Fiddlebender. All right. Our opponent there is being a bit of a toot, but that's okay. Kemba. We're going to equip the hammer to Kemba. Okay, so at least now we still have a threat. Unidentified hover ship. Okay, we're getting abducted here in just a minute. But, okay, so let's see. Heartfire Hero again. Oh, and there you go, everybody. Our opponent has had enough. Wow, they just didn't want to deal with us there. Okay. Nice. Very nice. We'll take that win. Yes, we'll have that. Yay. Yay. We got there. Oh, they punted. I would have blocked hero, kept my fiddle alive. That's right. Good eye on that one, KBG. That's right. They kind of messed up on that one. So I guess that's probably why they actually more likely scooped up, was because they realized they probably misplayed there. I mean, we've all done that at some point. I have definitely had my share of misplays. Not going to lie. Okay. So with that, we'll play with your deck a little bit more. Maybe like a couple more matches. And then I'll probably go back to the one I have. I'm going to do some tweaks with it. But I do want to get at least a couple of best of threes in. Maybe one or two. Yay, finally winning. See? I'm not a bad player. I just make bad decks, apparently. Okay, so with that... Okay, so we're looking at the time right now. I probably am going to be playing maybe at most another 30 more minutes, and then I will have to kind of end the stream a little shorter than anticipated. Not because I don't want to, of course, enjoy my time with all of y'all. I do appreciate all of you, but unfortunately, of course, I have to get ready for my big boy job, which, of course, helps pay the bills. However, if you do want to at least help me alleviate that stress, again, I want to remind you one more time, you can always, of course... join the Patreon. The cheapest cost is only $3 a month. Just $3 gets you access to all my random videos that I do, bonus stuff, and of course all the main stuff as well. But even if you don't want to do that, as long as you are like, following, subscribing, watching another one of my videos, giving a little bit of extra time to check out things in full, I appreciate that, everybody. Okay, once again, enough shilling. Let's get back into this game. So we don't have a turn 1 play, but we do have the Hammer. This is a Garda's Aid. We have Kellen and Blacksmith Talent. I'm going to keep this, because technically we can put stuff on Kellen if we have to later on. Oh, we have a Cacophony Scamp. Nice. Very nice. Okay, so with that. Pathway. Sigarda's Aid. Okay, so the Cacophony Scamp. Actually, I realized I probably should have put it on the Scamp first, but I'm also anticipating removal. So we'll see. Okay, Plains. Opponent, what do you got? Okay. Oh, whenever it enters. Okay. Cacophony Scamp. Comes down. Alright, we'll pass. Alright, so we need our opponent now to actually tap out. If they tap out... Oh, okay. Here we go. There we go. On the Scamp, yes. Opponent, what do you got? Okay, so they're going to do their thing here, but that doesn't really matter for us because... Now, we can't obviously get anything out of that, but that's okay. We're going to swing here. Big. You got to block, opponent. You have no choice. Actually, I realized I probably should have swung first and then put the Blacksmith Talent down. See? I'm not a very good player, everybody, but I try. I try. Opponent, what do you do? Do you block the Proctor? You did get, of course, your Lotus Field out for free, basically, without having to pay the cost. So I'm not going to lie. They probably have something, but they have to block. They don't have a choice. If they block, for sure, we will win unless they have some exiling effects. There you go. They had to think about that one for a moment there. Yeah, I kind of misplayed on that one. That was my mistake. I should have put down the Blacksmith Talent after I swung. So that was a punt on my end there. But let's see if it does cost me anything. Stickman Jake. I'm going to make a new deck, but with the once and future. Okay, so at least we get to hit him here for a chunk. So down to 9. So our opponent is on a clock right now. Let's see, Kemba. Alright, Kemba coming down. Big kitty cat there. Meow meow. Opponent, however, still has to keep wrathing the board, or at least just hitting us here if they want to keep us from doing our thing. We still have another Kemba in hand. We would like at least another land. That actually would be nice. Oh, wow, Spring Bird. Okay, wow, they had to burn that completely. Another tap land. Surveil. Okay. Cacophony Scamp also. Not too shabby there. So, let's see. Put down Kemba again. We have to keep the threat on them. Okay. You're still looking at lethal, opponents, but you have 4 cards in hand. I wonder if having 1 battery in the deck would make sense. Honestly, I think it might be best to have 1 battery. I realized my old list did have a battery. Okay, opponent's going to bounce away our Kemba. That's no fun. Blue-white control, everybody. Every time. Every time. Okay, so with that, let's see. Heartfire Hero coming down. Okay, so opponents, they will do their card draw. Okay, and then what do we got? Memory Deluge. They're digging for answers. Okay, what do you got, opponent? Show me what you got. What you digging out? Okay. Okay. The land. They have 4 mana open. Well, actually, I realized they're going to untap this, so... Are we in trouble? Can we do this? We'll see. Alright, so 3rd land is nice here. I guess we'll put it on red. Trigger this up to level 2. Do you have another answer, opponent? You need something to blow up the Heartfire Hero right now, or... Oh, come on. Wow. They ended the turn? That's not fun. Opponent right now, with their blue-white control deck, is going to do very oppressive things to keep us from doing anything. Not going to lie. Of course, I still have my variants of control decks out there that I played over the years, but I don't know. I just never like control. It just always seems like such a boring archetype. All you just do is just, removal, play Teferi. He draws cards, bounces things away, and you just kind of win after just overwhelming your opponent with value. That's pretty much all they do. Yes, I agree with you, Kebby. I don't like the Lotus control deck. It's kind of just unfair. I get why people like playing it, but it's just not my thing. Maybe, again, I'm just too much of an old school player. I mean, I've been playing Magic for years, and I remember playing before Planeswalkers were a thing. Yeah, that tells you how old I am. I remember back in the day, not to sound like a cranky old man, but yes. Back in my day, we didn't have Planeswalkers. I mean, they did exist, but they weren't Planeswalker cards, if you will. And our opponent plays another Teferi, because they bounce away our mouse. Boo. Alright, 3 cards in hand, opponents. And they have all the mana in the world, because they're going to be able to untap at some point. Okay, they scry. Oh, okay, so they are tapped out. Interesting. Okay. Well, if they want to do that, they can. Okay, so Kemba. So, let's see. Cacophony Scamp. Okay, do we play Kemba, though? I don't know if that really helps us out. So, Kellen. We're going to dig out another hammer. Okay. So, our blacksmith talent kind of got screwed over there, but that's okay. We're going to try again in a bit. I'm just going to draw another card. Okay. 5 cards in hand, and they have a Memory Deluge. They have more than enough options to deal with anything we throw at them. But we're going to try, everybody. We can't give up. Okay. What do you got, opponents? Yep. Looking at the hammer and the Sigarda's Aid. Please, please don't bounce them, opponents. I want to have some fun. I want to have some fun. Okay. What do you got? They're thinking. Dream Trawler. Wow. I haven't seen that in a long time. I didn't know people still played Dream Trawler. Okay. Lotus Field. So they have to sacrifice 2 lands. But I mean, they're going to untap both of the Lotus Fields anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter for our opponent there. So with that... Okay. Blacksmith talent again. So let's see. How do we do this here? Syracuse, fun in this economy? Never. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. But until then, we're going to try. We have to find a way to try here. So. Let's see. What do we do here? Do we swing? Okay, well, we're probably going to have to swing here. Do you have an answer, opponent? Do you block? I'm guessing they have to block. Maybe? Okay, so I have no faith that this is going to work, but we're going to try. Hammer coming down. Absorb. Of course they have the absorb. Okay, and we swing into nothing. Because it just goes to face. Well, that was an absolute disaster, but okay. Kemba. Can this stick? It does. We put the equipment on top of Kemba. Still have a threat, so it's not like we're dead. Memory Deluge. Still digging for answers. Dense Planet. Look, even as a control player myself, even I stray away from the type of control. You know me, Infernoman. I'm more of a mid-range hybrid. Yeah, I know you're mostly the control / mid-range pile. You're trying to get value, but you're not just trying to just do removal, finisher. So I do appreciate that. But I mean, hey, I tell everybody, like, you play what you want. Everybody should play the game how they want. Even if I'm not a fan of your deck style, at the very least, I always try to encourage y'all, like, don't feel discouraged if maybe you're like a discard player or you like to play control. If that's how you want to play the game, I got nothing against that. But we all have our preferences. Just how it is. Okay, so with that, looking at this right now, okay. Opponent is going to tap a ton of mana. Absolutely disgusting, by the way. Memory Deluge. They're digging for more answers, I would assume. If they have at least one... What is it here? If they had one discontinuity, they obviously had to have another. Somewhere in that disgusting damage. Oh, there we go. Never mind. They don't want to slow down and stop time. They want to just give us themselves extra turns. I guess I should say it's on flavor for Teferi to be a extra turn deck. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of bored of this. I'll let our opponent do their thing while I'm kind of just going to sit here and just do nothing while they draw all the cards, do all the damage. Yep. Another turn out of this, and this means this game is over. All right. Just do your thing, opponents. Let's see, wait. Yeah, there's no way to get around this. So Strict Proctor. Like, let's see, Sirki. Honestly, out of all the deck types out there, this one I wish was permabanned. I don't mind mid-range control, but this is also so tedious and time-consuming to play through and watch. And then look, I'm playing red as control and trying to make rooms playable. Yeah, I mean, there's honestly no way around this, because watch. I'm going to swing right here. We'll play Voldrin Epic here. Or, I'm sorry, Voldrin Thrill Seeker. If they have a counter spell, which I'm not surprised if they do, it's most likely going to get countered, and that'll be game. Nope, okay. Yep. I mean, let's see. I can even just honestly swing right here, and that's probably not going to do anything. Blacksmith Talent, just because. Why not? And then, of course, that gets countered. Swing. Yeah, that's pretty much it, everybody. All right. They'll block, of course, Strict Proctor. Doesn't matter. Go ahead, just block opponent. I just want that card out of the way. Just out of spite. Or do they not block it? Okay. All right, fine. I'm not going to entertain this anymore. That's game, everybody. Okay. Okay, okay. Shaking that off. It's okay. That's okay. Boo to you, opponents. Boo to you. No, thank you. Okay, so... okay, so here's what we're going to do real quick just to kind of end this. So we're going to tweak my original deck list just a little bit based upon everything, all the data we've gotten from all of y'all. And we will do a couple of minor tweaks. So probably trim down the Colossus Hammers. And we'll throw in some better equipment real quick. So for this, I think the one that I want the Rabbit Battery. So Rabbit Battery in there. And of course, the, what is it, Shadow Spear? Okay, so this is kind of more similar to my original list, but I think we'll get rid of Cathartic Pyre. And then, what is it? There was an enchantment that I remember I wanted to play with, but I didn't try it out last time. So let's see. It was an enchantment. Let's see, what was it called? Sorry, I'm blanking for just a second, everybody. Don't worry. Got this. Oh, Bitter Reunion. That was the card. Bitter Reunion at least gives me an option to sacrifice it to give our creatures haste. So if we need that in a pinch, that's actually a little bit better for us in card draw-wise. So this was more or less, I think, what I wanted to get at for the original list. And then I think we can go from there. So let's give this a shot. Okay. So, yeah, I know. Not quite exactly what I was going to try out here, but we'll try this. Okay, so here's how we do this here. Explorer ranked. We're going to go back to my original Slash and Smash deck, and we're going to do best of 3 for a game or two. And I think they'll be mostly rounding it out, everybody. Sirki, it's like playing against Kayla Planeswalker and Brawl. Once they hit past 6 mana, I usually just concede unless I draw my walkers. Yeah. Maybe I should have quit a little sooner. But I just want to sometimes just do things on principle. Okay, so we're going to play first. And, okay, so we don't have any of our stuff per se. But we do have a fighter class, so that can help us dig out something. We have a Mutavault per se. We'll keep. Dense Planet, I can play with you to make this... to make the stream to end on a somewhat good note. How about this? Okay, so maybe I'll do one more. I'll just do one best of 3 here, depending on how long it takes. And Dense Planet, if you really, really want to, since I didn't really play with you on Wednesday, we'll give you at least a shot on this one. I think that's fair, right? Okay, opponent playing Blood Crypt. Thoughtseize. Okay, well, there goes our fighter class. That's poop. No fun allowed, unfortunately. Alright, and pass. Ember Heart Challenger. We will fire up Mutavault. Do some damage down to 14. Alright, well, let's give it a try from here, everybody. Hopeless Nightmare. I guess we'll throw away one of our many Lorenz escapes. Okay, it's fine. Shockland. Down. Alright, so we will put down Sacred Foundry for ourselves. I guess we'll fire up Mutavault again. Swing again, down to 12. Okay, well, it's kind of doing its thing, sort of. Not quite exactly how I was expecting this deck to go. Go blank. Alright, so, what do we throw away here? I guess we'll throw away a Plains and the Ember Heart Challenger. So they still know what we have in hand, but that's okay. We could still keep using Mutavault here, awkwardly enough, to kind of get us to where we need to be. I mean, this is actually kind of hilarious now that I think about it. We're just swinging with a creature land. Down to 10. Okay. Oh, there's the Shieldred. Joy. Alright, now the fun ends, because we can't really get around Shieldred per se, but we could try. Okay, Leyline Axe. Axe down. Although it's not going to really have a chance to do much, because without a creature here, it just kind of sits on the battlefield, does absolutely nothing. Okay. If we don't get a creature on the next one, we'll just go to game 2. Okay, Fatal Mirror Breaker. This is the usual mid-range pile. Oh, they're playing Razorkin Needlehead, so they're punishing our card draw for sure. Alright, let's see, what do we get? Do we get anything at all? Sigarda's Aid. Not helpful anymore, so, alright, we'll pass. Okay. I'm going to go to game 2. Okay, so if they're playing... that, well, what the heck here? Okay, once again, Arena is broken, because you can see here they're, it's another bug of theirs. Okay, we're not going to worry about that too much. Let's see, how do we do this here? What do we want? Based on what we have, might have to cut the Leyline Axe, awkwardly enough, but we'll try. Keep the 2 swords, those are helpful. Okay, so then instead... Sheltered by Ghost might actually be better here. This might be the Sheltered by Ghost game. And then let's just go from there. Okay. Try from here. Okay. And we'll see how well we do. Play first again. Okay, so we got the Resolute Strike, Bitter Reunion to do some card draw. We're going to keep this. Opponent is mulliganing, so that does help us out. Ooh, just a little bit there. Okay, they mulliganed twice. Okay. Alright, so Inspiring Vantage number 1. It was a good idea, of course, to switch out to these lands instead, so it is going to feel a lot better on our end here. So with that, Fighter class. We will dig out... Let's see, what do we dig out here? Do we want the Shadow Spear now, or do we get the Sword of Fortitude and Frontier? I get the Once and Future sword. At least with this sword, it'll protect us from removal for a little bit. But we will need to sculpt our hand a little bit more here. Sheltered by Ghost is not bad. Ember Heart Challenger coming in. Down to 18. Does our opponent have removal? Waste Not number 2. Are they going to discard something we got? Fatal Push. Dang. I was hoping that was going to stay. So instead, oh, this feels really, really bad here. Bitter Reunion. We'll throw away 1 card. I guess we'll throw away 1 Lauren's Escape. They will get value off of that, unfortunately, but that's okay. They draw some cards to refuel. Annoying. Sigarda's Aid. And it's down. Okay. Alright, so at least from here we can then flash in Sheltered by Ghosts. We just need a way to get around their things. Throw away Lauren's Escape. Or maybe I throw away the Resolute Strike. That was probably the better play. Okay. Come on, opponent. Tap out. Thoughtseize. Oh, come on. So our opponent's just going to keep getting value off of us. And they'll keep drawing cards. Joy. Wow. They managed to refuel despite the fact they mulligan to 5. Shock themselves 14. Razorkin Needlehead. We draw. We will get pinged. Let's see. I guess Shadow Sphere coming in. We can't even do Sheltered by Ghosts until we get a creature, so that's a little awkward. Okay. We're going to try to give it another shot here. If this doesn't work out, then I guess Den Splendid, you'll be up after this. Razorkin Needlehead number 2. Alright. They swing here. Down to 14. Okay. Draw. Okay, Bitter Reunion is not quite what we need. Let's see. Do we want to even do anything here? I guess. I don't know. Yeah, not feeling about this one now. I don't think we're going to pull this off here. I would like to. But unfortunately, we didn't quite get a creature. Wow, that was super duper awkward. Okay. Alright. We did not win that one at all. Okay, Den Splendid, if you're there, this is your time to shine. Go ahead and fire up your deck. And then we'll take you on. So we're going to end it, of course, on a note where we'll play against another one of our fiery friends. And that'll be it for today, everybody. As much as I would, again, I'd like to continue on, I would like, of course, to also gotta get ready for my other things to do in life. But okay. So I'll give you a minute here, Den Splendid. When you're ready to go, give me the challenge, and I will take you on with, I believe you're trying to play Esper Rooms. Okay. Here we go. All right, we will take you on with our deck. And we'll see. And then also, Stickman Jake, actually, if you're still there, if you want to, maybe we can squeeze in one match with you after this. If you're still there, Stickman Jake. If not, we will definitely have you play with us next time for sure. All right, so with that, let's see here. So we got, okay. Okay. I think this will have to do. Okay. Show me what you got. Oh, you were definitely playing Yorion. So, all right. Game on. Game on. All right, throwing at you first, my Cacophony Scan. All right, what do you got, Den Splendid? Show me what you got. And again, I will remind myself I do need to kind of find time to come up with a way where I can play against other fiery friends. So those of you, oh yeah, you're there. So great. Okay, so you'll be up after this one. I'll give you also one match too. Let's see, what do we want to grab? All right, I guess we'll do it this way. We swing. You're down to 20 again, Den Splendid. Nope. Okay. So with that, yeah, at some point I will try to do another day where we're just going to be facing off against anybody that wants to take me on. So we'll do that again for sure coming up. I'll have another viewer stream. Maybe if not throughout, because I already have everything booked up for at least for this year. We'll definitely try to do something for the coming year. Maybe before Ether Drift. We'll see. Okay. Do you have an answer? No more lies. Boo. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Down to 19 still. Okay, so let's see. What do you got coming up? Underwater tunnel. Okay. Dead Spawner coming in with the rooms. But will it be enough? Alright. They mill. Okay. Huh. Alright. Let's see. Can we get around this? More swinging. Down to 18. Nothing yet. Alright, deck. Come on. Give me something here. Anything. I will take it. Alright, another room. More surveilling. Trying to filter for that key card, aren't you? Okay, so... pass here. Okay. It's fine. Still swinging. Come on, deck. Alright. Nothing yet. And pass. Okay. So, our game plan right now is a little on the awkward side because we do not have what we need. And it looks like Dense Planet might be going off soon with Gremlins. Okay. Well, this kind of helps a little bit. So with this... draw some more. Okay. Okay, I think we got this here. Okay, Dense Planet. I think it's over for you. Hee hee hee. Resolute Strike. Add it on there. Alright. There we go. Much better. Yes. Yes. We got him. We got at least one on stream today. Alright. The Hammertime. We got there. Okay. So... see. So we'll do this as quick as we can, because I will try to get at least one match with you, Stickman Jake, and then we'll end it there. Okay. So, I guess these will come in, and okay, let's make this match here. Trim that. Okay, I think we're good to go here. I think we're good. I forgot to ask. So, Stickman Jake, did you want to do a best of 3 or best of 1? Let me know. Let me know what you prefer. If you do want best of 3, I will try to keep it brief. If you want a best of 1, that's fine too. All right. So with that, while we're waiting for Desmond to do some sideboarding here, the way we're going to wrap this up, as always, for those of you that are new to this, or if you've been watching for a while, you know how we rock it. We have to, of course, go over a brief overview of how the decks did. We'll do a brief overview of all of them. We'll show you a quick little preview for those of you that stick around to the very end of what we'll do in the future, and that'll be it for the stream for today, everybody. So thanks again one more time for everyone hanging in there. I do appreciate all of you. All right, so with that, I think we might be good here. Okay. Keep. All right. Life gain. Mutavault. Into Shadow Spear. All right. Found it. Gremlin Tamer. Okay. The gremlins are coming. Sigarda's Aid. And pass. Okay. We need something here to beat you, Dense Limit. Okay. Entity Tracker. Okay. You're definitely going in on all rooms here. Swinging. Down to 18. And pass here. Second Mutavault. I guess we'll just fire up one. Okay, so with that, We swing. Resolute Strike. Attach my Shadow Spear. Sorry. You do not get card draw off of me. Not this time. Okay. Was expensive to pull that off, but it was worth it to get rid of that card draw engine of yours. Central Elevator. Ooh. Oh, you're trying to go for it, aren't you? Alright, here come the gremlins. Best of 3 to get used to it. Okay, that's fair. Down to 21. Alright, so. Fire it up again. And, okay. This time around. Let's see, what do we get rid of here? I guess we'll get rid of the Gremlin Tamer. Okay. Oh, actually, that didn't... Oh, never mind. That didn't really work how I expected to. That was a punt on me. Oops. That's okay. Now I learned. Now I learned. They unlock. Okay. Lesson learned for the future. Alright, so guard is aid. And then... Gotta keep your little gremlins under control. Okay. Blocking? Maybe? Nope. Down to 17. Okay. So with that... Entity Tracker again. Bottomless Pool. Usually that bounces something back, but we don't have anything to bounce, so all it just does is make more gremlins for him. Alright. Alright, down to 14. Resolute Strike. Okay. Not quite getting what we need at all here. Pass. Alright. Ghostly Dancers. Okay. I think you might be winning this one. Well, this might be it for us. Drawing cards. Swing here. Don't really have anything to block with. I mean, I could have blocked with, I know, the Mutavault, but I wanted to see... Okay, Anything here? Wow, nothing. Okay, so... Alright, well, you got me on that one. That's okay. Okay, one more game here. I think we'll just kind of keep this as is. Or maybe I should have brought in the... Well, it's too late now. Maybe I should have brought in the High Noon. Okay, and then Sick Man Jake. I'm looking right now at the clock right now. And I think I'm going to be honest with you right now. I would love to challenge you, but I think right now, based on how things are looking, I'm kind of getting a little too tight on time here. So... I do apologize, but here's what I'm going to do this. I might have to cut us, and I'll probably have you face off against me next time. Are you willing to wait for the next stream next week to battle? If you can, or if you want to get in at least a best of 1, I can probably squeeze that in. Only just because I'm looking at the clock right now, and I will have to actually start getting ready. So maybe I should have done only best of 1s. That's okay. It's okay. All right, so with that... But again, let me know how you're feeling. Just trying to give you an option here. You can squeeze in a best of 1 with me because I realize I gotta start ending this quick. Or we can just wait and we can do a best of 3 and you'll be first up next time when we're on stream. Let me know. 19. Okay. And pass. All right. Okay, gain 1 life. Okay, sure. As in, so did you want to do best of 1, or did you want to just save the best of 3 for the next stream? Let me know. Sorry, I do apologize if I didn't clarify that. Down to 18. It's here and go. All right, so we need something here to stop him. Can we stop Dense Planet? Okay, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, you can wait? Okay, thank you for that. So, next time around, you will be first up when you do pop up on the next stream. Do you block Dense Planet? You do, okay. Can't have you draw cards. No drawing cards around me. Okay, so yeah, so for the future, next time you're on, I believe I'll be on Wednesday again, and for sure, we'll get you going. You'll be first up to challenge me, and I'll have you do a best of 3 with me. Just to keep it fair. But in case if I forget, make sure to remind me, because sometimes I have a bad memory. Aftermath. Okay. Bouncing back a creature. Nothing yet. Alright, a Mutavault again. So with that... Okay, hold on. Can't have Arena mess with me here. Tap that. Have it go up. Cacophony Scamp. Do you have an answer? You do. Boo. It's okay. We swing here. Down to 15. Okay. So. Almost done here. What do we got? Okay, nothing. Alright. Fireblade Charger. Alright. Any additional answers? Anything? Don't keep me waiting too long. Wow, you have a fracture there? Well, too bad. I protect it. Nope. Phew. Okay. Down to 13. We go up to 26. Okay. Entity Tracker coming in again. Okay, Sigarda's Aid. Firing up the Mutavault. We swing with the Mutavault. Do you block? No, you don't. Down to 10. Well, we are closing in, Dense Planets. We are closing in. Entity Tracker. I think you're a little pinched on mana there, so I think we might have an edge here if we can just get to at least one more good thing here. Okay. Emberheart Challenger. Pump. Okay, now I think we might be good here. Do you block? You don't. Okay. Down to 7. We lose the Sheltered by Ghost, but that's okay. We still have protection for the Emberheart Challenger. Okay, I think this might be it for us here. So with that... Okay. This might be game. Big swing here. Do you have an answer? Pump, pump, pump. That's another planes. We don't need that. Down to 2. Up to 36. Mutavault comes down again. And pass. Okay. You'll need something here, but it looks like you are done. So, good game, Dense Planet. Good game. Happy, of course, as always, to have you play. Okay, so, looking at the clock right now, everybody, that's pretty much it for today. And again, I do apologize to you, Stickman Jake, for that. But thank you again for waiting it out. You will definitely be up next time when we do play. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I know. You couldn't draw a land there, but hey, you know what? We've all had that moment. You see me today. I couldn't draw lands at various times, so, but still, don't get too flustered. We will definitely have another chance to play again in the future. So, okay. Thank you to everybody who participated. Thank you everybody who also was there today. Let's go ahead. Let's wrap this up real quick for you, and then we're gonna just kind of just end it from there. I don't know why Arena is having this little bug here, but we'll try to see if we can tilt this here. Okay. So, oh wow. Arena is completely bugged at this point here, but we're not going to worry too much about that right now. So, real quick, that was our Smash and Slash deck for you, everybody. And you tell me in the comments below, what do you think? Would you play this deck in any way, shape, or form? Truth be told, I do love the Hammertime deck, but of course I had to have tweaked it over the course of the game. So, as you saw from our early gameplay footage, we didn't do too well. But I think the better, smarter option is to utilize our fighter class and other cards to just kind of dig out our key pieces and then only keep the leyline axes as the 4 of. Everything else should be 1 of for equipment because we want to pick out the right one for the right moment to beat down our opponent. So I learned that lesson today. Also, again, we did make those adjustments to our mana base to make sure we have the dual land colors when we need them. And Mutavault is honestly something I thought was going to be a little bit on the niche, but it actually does pretty well when we absolutely need a creature at the moment. Didn't do too much for the cyber here. We didn't get a chance to play the best of 3, but that's okay. We'll do this in the future, so not a big deal for us. We get to play with it a little bit there, so we'll just see how that does in the future. I can't believe they don't have these issues fixed. Also, real quick, so again, one more time, shout out to those of you. So Stickman Jake and Kebby G, thank you again for submitting your decks today. I appreciate that. Your decks were also pretty fun too, so I did like how they played. So great job on those guys. We'll hopefully, again, have a chance to all play against each other in the future when I have that all planned out. Sirki, see ya. Have a wonderful day. Thanks again for hanging in there for today. We'll see you again on another future stream. As for thoughts on the deck you made, Densplinit, very annoying, but rooms are a good and powerful mechanic. They're great enchantments, and I honestly think they're only just going to get worse. And what I mean by that is they're only going to get better. That's actually what I really mean. So great job on the deck. It has always done Splinit. If you want to, of course, submit your decks, everybody, and you want to show off like things to others, we have a growing community, of course, on Discord. So be sure to join the Discord. That link has been scattered throughout today's stream. So check it out. And I would love to have you become part of our group of growing fiery friends. Now, to wrap this up real quick, we're going to show you just briefly what are we going to be doing in the future. So all of you that are still here for just a moment here, thanks again for hanging there, my true fiery friends. You get to kind of see a little bit of a preview. So we just finished the life gain deck. We're still kind of tweaking the Jin tempo deck for standard. We'll see how that goes for tempo play. We do have now finally establish our final basically deck that's going to be built. So it's basically treasures. I was playing around with the vehicle version, but it wasn't doing too well. So I think treasures might be the best one. This will be a spicy combo deck, but I will show that off maybe early in 2025. The reason for that is the next deck that's coming out is going to be the basically energy deck, which I'm working on right now. That'll be ready to go on Monday morning. So be sure to check out that out soon. As for future streams, I haven't decided what decks I want to show off on stream yet, but we all are going to have some fun ones. I have a couple of holiday-themed ones that I have planned out that I need to build, but we also are going to work on, of course, a Timeless Madness deck. This is actually a hilariously fun deck. Even on a budget, it works very well in Timeless, so I'm looking forward to showing off those with you. But otherwise, that's pretty much it, everybody. I don't really have much else to say except thank you one more time for all of you out there. A quick little shout-out to everybody here. So again, Sirki, thanks again. I know you just left. Thanks again for hanging in there. Den Splendid, as always, my all-star. Stickman Jake, thanks again for joining in. We'll definitely have you play it in the future. KBG, also always a pleasure to have you here. And then all the others that, let's see, is there anybody I missed from earlier? I'm trying to give a friendly and fair shout out to everyone. Those of you that are watching also on Instagram, thanks again. So I do see on here Jack and Sally Halloween, Lay Mulligan Cards Game, Cole 10002002. Sorry, I kind of flubbed that, but you know what I mean. Thanks again for hanging in there. Masterpiece Proxies, Inuka 23, and I am Nail Raid. Sorry, I'm bad with words and names, but thanks again for hanging in there. For those of you from Instagram, appreciate all y'all. And then those of you that are watching from YouTube and everything, don't worry. A replay and full version of this will be out, of course, available on X, on Twitch, Instagram, every place that I've streamed to today. There will be copies of that. So if you do miss any of the earlier content, check it out on the rewinds later on. But otherwise, phew. Okay, that is it, everybody. Thank you one more time. I appreciate all of you. We're going to be hanging out again next week. We've had a wonderful day today, everybody. Take care. Enjoy your day out there. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody. And again, we will see you again soon. But as always, I do want to say, first off, let's see, hold on. My intro music's not working here. That's kind of awkward. Hold on. I got to do this properly. Let's see. One more time. Don't worry. I like to do my outros properly, everybody. So just remember, no matter which you play in the game of life, always be sure to burn pride. We'll see you next week, everybody. Later.